Blessed afternoon, collective. Something just said to turn on the camera. I felt compelled to come in here and sit down, and then the logical part of my brain wanted to go somewhere else, and then another part of me said, no, the energy's not right there. Stay here. Do this. And I don't know what this is. I guess I'm going to pull a reading. It seems like there's something that wants to come through. And I have no idea what. I have no idea what the direction or content of this message is. In fact, I feel kind of confused right now. Not about anything happening in my life, just there's this sort of feeling of confusion. And maybe that's a part of it. I mean, of course it is. There's a sort of looking for direction. Like, which way do I go? Where do I go? What now? What next? I don't know if that's related to this, if that's just the general feeling that is calling me here. But I don't know what I'm doing. That's always the case. I don't know what I'm doing any of the time. I really don't know anything, ever, except for maybe what I'm feeling in a given moment, and that alone is the focus of my attention. That's a challenge enough for me to tap into, having been someone who has been separated from embodiment for, well, most of their life. It's a strange sensation. I can't quite describe what I'm feeling right now, other than something wants to move. Something wants to go. It's like horses stamping their hooves and sort of snorting, wanting to go, itching to move, to take off, to race, but it's not time. It's not time yet. We're waiting for the signal. We're waiting for the signal to go, and when it's time to go, we go. It's quick, it's sudden, it's immediate. It's like pedal to the metal, and you can feel the acceleration. You're thrown back in your seat a little bit, and there will be no question that we're moving forward now. Things are about to take off quickly. Maybe that's that. I'm struggling to trust what's coming through. And I know, just listen and speak. Speak the words that are being given to you. That's it. Don't question it. Look like a crazy person. Look however it looks. Just don't question it. Just receive and repeat and let it be transmitted. This isn't about you. Only ego gets in the way of that. This isn't about you. This is about the message, so let the message come through. That's it. Pick up the cards. Okay. Something is coming. Something is coming. Something you didn't see coming. I don't usually talk, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't usually talk directly to the viewer. It's not usually you, it's usually we. We are in eclipse season. I do believe this pertains to everybody. And there's a lot behind this card. It's a lot of things coming up, things we aren't expecting to arise within us. Sort of, I didn't expect to feel that today. I didn't expect to be facing that within myself. Maybe I thought that was done. There's this feeling of it comes out of nowhere, out of left field. Page of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like we've been here before. A little bit of I thought I made that choice already, or I thought I picked that path already, but we're being asked to do it again. It's not a recycling. It's not a you missed it, so go back. It's a reinforcement. There's a reinforcement. Something coming up again so that we can reinforce something. Making this decision again is reinforcing it in our brain, in our system, to the universe. What's under the Wheel of Fortune? The Fool. Yeah, and the Hanged Man. It's gonna feel like we went backwards. We're not going backwards. There's just something else to see here. We're being shown something that maybe we missed. I don't know what any of this means. I'm just saying it. Look closer, look again. There's something here. It's right here. There's something here. Look and don't think. Don't think about it. Let the feeling arise. The feeling will tell you everything you need to know. It's just, there's something hidden. There's something very mysterious about this. This energy. The moon bookending the Hanged Man, that's hidden. That is hidden, mysterious, out of sight, kind of mystical energy. That we're just sort of wading our way through. What's under the Hanged Man? But the sun is right there. It's right there. It's right there. Trust it. Don't question it. Just go with it. That's the general theme of this reading. You're being taken care of. You are always taken care of. You're always provided for, but something is about to come to fruition. It's taken a while. It's like it's been held up, like it's held up in the courts. It's taken a while. It's about to unstick. There's just something. There's just this one little piece that we're being asked to review. 7 of Swords just fell out. Nothing's gone wrong. Don't be deceived in thinking that you've made a mistake or you're being punished. That's not any of this. That's not what this is. That's not how it works. Okay, we're being asked to stand, to be really clear in something. To take a second look. Cards are flying out all over the place. Something that was maybe a past disappointment. Look at that again. Did that really go wrong? There's something we're still holding on to as that went wrong. That didn't work out. But look at it from your place now and see everything that's transpired after the fact. Did that really go wrong? Look back and see again that everything was always working right. Everything was always working out for you. There's nothing to be concerned about. So if everything was always working out that last time, no, how do I say this? It's another chance to see that everything is always moving for you. The way that things shift for you. Something that in the past, what is this? It looked like something to be anxious about. Re-examine everything you've ever worried about. It's all taken care of itself, hasn't it? There's something to realize here. It's time to see this bigger picture. I know that's related to the last reading. In terms of it's time to realize nothing has ever gone wrong for you. It's all always working out for you. There's some sort of there's a communication trying to get through. So I accidentally pulled in a second card down. to the Seven of Pentacles. Again, that examining. Yeah. Something that we walked away from. Oh. That place, that person didn't work for a reason. It was for a reason. It didn't work because it wasn't meant to work. Because it wasn't for you. It wasn't what you wanted. Not really. It might have had some shiny appearance. But it wasn't. It wasn't a match. It was not a match. It's time to look back at something, maybe many things, but it feels specific. Something that felt like it was a missed opportunity. Rejection is protection, is redirection. Whatever it was that felt like it rejected you, that wasn't for you. That person, that job, that opportunity, whatever it was. You were routed around it for a reason. Because you were routed here. You were routed to something else that's coming in. This is weird. This is, I don't know if I'm interpreting this correctly, and I don't usually keep shuffling after that, but apparently I needed to do that. Yeah, there's something else coming back around. First of all, if you think you've missed an opportunity, and that opportunity is actually meant for you, it just wasn't the right time. The timing just wasn't right. The time was right for you to have the glance, the first interaction. That was correct. It wasn't wrong that the full connection didn't take place at that moment. And if it's meant for you, it comes back around. So you don't have to worry about that. And if it's not, the thing that is for you is coming. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to figure it out. Yeah. You're not going to be able to know. You can't see this coming. There's something that we can't see coming. Something significant, something big. It's this big kind of reveal, this aha. Something from the past coming back around. God, this is weird. Okay. This applies to me right now. As far as I can't feel into what's coming. Usually I try to sort of feel into what's the next card, what is the energy here, how are things flowing. It's like a big swirling abyss. I can't see it. And it's freaky. It's freaky not to be able to see. You got to trust something other than your eyes. Trust your feeling. Go forth anyway, even if your knees are shaking. There's something being revealed. This just feels small. Yeah, there's lesson attached to it. Something we're learning, something we're seeing here. Like a babe in the woods, feeling lost, feeling adrift, feeling alone. You're not alone. There's something much, much bigger happening. I don't know if any of this is going to make any sense. I'm just going to put it out there. It's not for you to understand, it's for you to experience. The understanding will come later. Let the experience unfold. Let it be what it is. Let it serve itself. That is the meaning. Experience is the teacher, yes. But stop looking for the lesson. The lesson is revealed at a later point. Not everything has to have meaning. You're here to be here. That's it. You're here for the experience. It's the reason for itself. Stop trying to make it bigger or more complicated than it is. Queen of Cups. You're here to feel. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this. There's a tremendous amount of anxiety and uncertainty. The communication comes in the form of emotion, not words. It's like there's some kind of incoming communication. Something is trying to reach us. Something is trying to speak to us. Something's trying to connect. But it doesn't speak words. It speaks feelings. That is the language of the soul. Direct energetic transmission is emotion. What's in the soul? An awakening, a new pathway, a new internal pathway is being cleared for understanding. It's like we're being prepared to receive a transmission. Don't worry about what the transmission is. Just understand that you are being prepared to receive it. Your vessels were not capable of withstanding this kind of energy previously. They're shifting, they're changing, everything is shifting. Everything in this density is becoming less dense. In preparation for the merging, with that which is higher. And it's going to just come through as emotion. You're going to experience it first and foremost as emotion. Expect intense sensation. If your emotions are all over the place, that's a part of this. Don't be alarmed by that. It's almost like our emotional spectrum is being expanded, and a part of that is we're being moved from one extreme to the other. Kind of like when you put something through a stress test, a computer or a car, or any other system, and you're exposing it to all of these extremes of conditions. So we're being revved up and then shut down. And it's a part of expanding. It's a part of stretching. I know that's not what any of these... It's not about the cards. It's just a feeling. There's something really big trying to come through. Something substantial. Something really new. You are a portal. You are a portal to other dimensions. Those other dimensions want to transmit through you. In order for that to happen, you have to be tuned, you have to be calibrated, your device has to be adjusted, the device of your physical being, of your energetic being. This is that calibration, it's taking place. It's taking place with the energy that we're sending you in this season that you call that of the eclipse. You are being calibrated. You're being lined up to receive direct transmission, direct connection. This is something you weren't capable of before. You couldn't have handled it. It wouldn't have worked before. But now is the time. Now is the time. And the sliders are all over the place. It's going to turn all the way up. It's going to turn all the way down. It's a part of the calibration. It's a part of the preparation. Big things are coming. Things you cannot have foreseen. Things that were unable to be foreseen. Things that were blocked from your inner vision. You were not allowed to see them. It doesn't matter why. You'll understand. But they're being revealed. It's time. You are ready for them to be revealed to you, for this higher knowledge, this higher communication, this higher understanding to take place. You have to give us permission, though. You have to let us in. That's the only important part of this. Open your heart. Open your heart, open yourself in trust, relax, breathe into it. This is the time of least resistance for this. That's why it's able to take place, but we still need your participation. We need your direct conscious transmission of permission for this. Just give us permission to work through you. We are you. We are one with you. We are working for the same goal, the highest good, the joy of all. Expansion of consciousness, understanding, awareness. We are one. Our purpose is one. Our heart is one. Just give us permission to come through. To come through. For yourself, your physical vessel, to be the portal for the rest of your being to express. We are you. We are the rest of your being. And we are asking to express. Give this permission. And you will find yourself fully manifest within the present moment. And you will feel, you will know the truth and the expansiveness of your being. Keep breathing. Drink plenty of water. Please, please, please hold the circuits open. We are doing this because you have asked. You have asked for us, which is you, to come through. We understand the fear. We understand the hesitation. We understand the defensiveness. We understand the doubt and the questioning. All of that is allowed. Allow yourself that. You do not need to be rid of these things in order for the connection to take place. You can have your fear, your doubt, your defensiveness. That is okay. Breathe and allow anyway and trust. Assert always to yourself that this is for the highest good. Keep that in your focus. Everything always is. Everything always is. It cannot be other than. But it helps to open and clear your channels when you assert that for yourself, when you hold that in your awareness. That nothing is allowed which is not for your highest good. We cannot be allowed if we are not for your highest good. Do you understand this? We cannot work through you if not for your greatest benefit, which is the benefit of all self. Assert that within. Insist on that within. Maintain that focus. And then you will fear nothing. You will feel that begin to dissolve, to fade into the background. That's when the heart opens. That's when trust really builds. When you give us that chance to show you, to prove to you how good this is. We are building a new foundation, a foundation of faith. That means you have to take it on faith. That's the first step. That is the cornerstone of the structure that we are building together. Faith, trust. It has to start there, which means it has to start with your fear and your mistrust. Your defensiveness, which pushes us out. When you choose to release that, when you choose to say, okay, I trust, I allow, and then we are able to demonstrate through you and to you the results of that, it begins to build. It builds from there. You are building a muscle, and we are building the foundation of a new experience of reality, one that is built on faith. You are teaching yourself to trust. You are exercising your trust muscle, which has long been overridden. All of this has been part of the plan. Nothing has ever gone awry. In fact, the loss of your faith was a part of the plan as well. A critical component, a key. In the beginning, yes, your faith, your connection, your understanding of yourself, your knowledge of yourself was direct and immediate and perfect. But you knew that in order to learn yourself, you had to forget yourself. And in order to truly, fully know and experience yourself in totality, that must be part of the process. You must learn. If you come forth already knowing, you are lacking the context of contrast. And so you had to forget. You had to forget. You had to descend into the density, into the doubt, into the fear, into the confusion, into the delusion. This was a choice. It's always been the choice. So that you could come to know yourself. So that yourself could be revealed to you. If you're already seeing it all, you can't have anything revealed. But you're not comprehending it. When you're born with your eyes wide open to all of it, you don't have the same appreciation. We came here to learn the appreciation. That's what we're here to learn. How to see. Not how to be. You do that naturally. You can't not be, and you can't not be perfect. You're here to learn how to see the perfection of yourself. That's the key. That's the lesson being taught here in this place that you call school. You're not learning how to be any differently. You couldn't be any more perfect. You're learning how to perceive the perpetuity of your perfection. And you are everything. You are everything, and you're learning to perceive the perfection of yourself. You perceive the perfection of all that is, and everything rises to this, to the realization of its own perfection, its own infinite vitality and well-being. It becomes the perfected, the true, the actual, the real version of itself. It's only in your perception of imperfection, which again is a part of this process and critical to it, It's only there that you perceive flaw. But when you realize that everything is perfect, that is reflected back to you. That truth is reflected back to you, and only more so. The hungry ghost is no different from the ascended, from Buddha, from those in nirvana. The only difference is perception. You are not separate and never have been separate from the plane which you call higher dimension, which you call heaven or ultimate reality. You are not separate from this. Only learn to perceive that this is now. Perceive the perfection of yourself and all that is. And it all releases, it all unfolds. You have been holding out on yourself. When you perceive yourself or anything as apart from, as other, then that is your experience of it. When you perceive the interconnectedness and the oneness and the perfection, then that is your experience of it. When you perceive that everything is flowing for you, you have to open yourself to it, though. That's a part of this. There's an opening happening. Opening. You are the portal. Do you understand? There is no portal in the sky that opens when you talk about portal season or eclipse season. The energetic portal is opening in you. Powerful transition is able to take place. And all you do is give it permission. All you do is ask to receive it. That's it. That's it. Page of Pentacles again. Page of Pentacles leading into Queen of Cups. Surrounding energy for Queen of Cups is Page of Pentacles. What's underneath that? The Lovers. Something is coming to fruition. Something you have asked for is playing out. Again, it's you asked for this. You asked to be shown this. Just open to it. Open. Don't push it out. Whatever it feels like is coming through. Deep breaths. It's like the birthing process. Let it happen. Move with the natural processes of your body, of yourself. You're not fighting against it. That's it. That's all you're doing, is you're not fighting against it. You're letting it take place. Let this come through you. Let this be born through you. You're gonna want to fight it. It's natural. We're learning not to fight it. We're learning to just let it happen. It's natural. I just moved the cards over here, and there's the Two of Cups at the top that wanted to show itself. Yourself is coming through. You are birthing, you are bringing through more of yourself. That's what's happening here. You and yourself are meeting. It's going to feel, your mind will naturally resist this. Consciously continue to surrender. You have to consciously surrender and give permission, continuously, acceptance of this. That's what clears the pathway for more of your energy, which is pure love, to come through. We're being expanded. Your soul is being opened again so that the communication of you and yourself can become more clear and more direct. Are you aware that the rest of yourself is very aware, is as aware of you as you are of it? Conscious, emotional, intelligent. There's that Wheel of Fortune again. Tell me about this 4. Thank you. And the King of Cups again. We've been dipping the toe in for quite some time. It's time for this to spill through, for the emergence to be complete. Yeah. Tell me about the 10 of Swords, which felt like an Ace of Swords, and here's the Queen of Swords holding that Ace of Swords. It's a piercing transmission. We're punching through something here. Let it spill. Let yourself spill forth. The same way that something spills when it's overfilled. That's the sensation. It feels like you are being overfilled. Don't fight against it. Whatever feels like it's being overcome, let it go. Let it go. Whatever feels like it's dying or being swept away, let it go. Old parts of yourself, old ways of being, old thought patterns, old truths, things that you felt and held to be true about yourself, washed away. Let them be washed away. Let the true truth be revealed to you. Whatever you thought was the truth, ease your grip on that. The truth will spill out. The truth will come out. You don't have to defend it. You don't have to identify it. Let go of the identification. Let go of what you thought was, what you thought about yourself, who you thought you were, what you thought was true about your reality. Let it go. Let it go. Release. Everything you thought you knew, you only thought you knew. What is true is what you experience. Let things fall away. Let things be left out. Pieces of what you thought you were, your identity was. You get to pick and choose, you know. Let those pieces be left out. Leave out the parts that are not satisfying to you. Leave out the parts that are not true to you. Trust this process. Your soul knows what it's doing. There's the King of Cups again. Let the soul be in control. Let the emotion flow. I get that sense of overwhelm again, emotional overwhelm. If it feels suddenly like something is rising within you, let it happen. Lean into it. It feels almost like emotional nausea. Oh, I just got a massive pressure shift. It's the second time it's happened today. Everything just went out of this area. That ringing noise. We're closer than you know. We are closer than you know. And our energy, the energy of you, your energy, is more powerful than you've let yourself experience. It's going to feel overwhelming. There might even be physical symptoms associated with this. Actual nausea, headaches, ringing in the ears, a feeling of vibration, changes in sleep. It's like another phase of this wave coming through. Things waking up, coming online. It's King of Cups. Yeah, we're moving someplace very different. We're walking away. We're having the restraints loosened internally. Things that we used to be able to, if you used to be able to control your emotions, you're not going to be able to for much longer. They're going to be just out there, raw. We're leaving behind this measured way of being that wasn't serving us. It's time to be open and wild. Just keep getting raw too. Raw, exposed, oversensitive. It's going to feel that way. Because our sensitivity is being heightened, because our spectrum of sensation is expanding, we're receiving more of the energy of ourself. We're outputting more of that energy. It's all more, it's all bigger, it's more intense. Just keep surrendering to it. There's something about sitting in silence here. Seek out silence. Oh, I might have to get up. Shit. Seek out silence. Hang on. Nope, just somebody picking up a pallet. Silence. Silent stillness. Sit in the silence as often as possible. I'm just getting that. And it's an inner silence. Even if things are happening around you, there's sound, there's activity. It's listening to silence within. When you're listening to silence, you are embracing stillness. You're tapping into that spaciousness. You're creating more stillness and spaciousness within you, which just lessens the resistance. It lets things come through. It quiets the mind. When you're listening to silence, specifically, when you're hearing the silence, you're actually engaging the mind and you're teaching the mind to be quiet. There's that moon again. And every time you feel the sensation arise of resistance, breathe into it. Every time you feel yourself closing, you might actually notice hunching. I notice this a lot. Change your body posture. Push your rib cage out. Hold yourself open and up a little bit. You're telling your body to remain open, to relax. You're saying, no, we're not gonna close. We're gonna open, we're gonna receive. And we're going to sit here again in the silence, trusting, trust. This is all it takes. And I can feel the vulnerability. You can feel the heart exposure in this position. Heart opening, things to do with heart opening. Anything that you can do to benefit that, to practice that. There are yoga poses. Typically, it just has to do with this kind of thing. The answers come in the silence, in the stillness. There everything is broken loose. It may not be in the form of what you're expecting. It's not necessarily something verbal, something received as a thought. It can just be emotion. It can just be something, when you're asking for something, for an answer, that answer can come in the form of an energetic shift within you, and then you're not even really conscious of what's happened or why it's changed anything, but you can just sort of feel and trust that even if you can't feel it, that it's taking place. Just keep giving permission to receive. Keep asking to receive. Keep surrendering to the reception of this energy being transmitted. That's it. It's being given. This is a gift. It's being given from you to you. It's what you asked for. It's more of yourself. Just let it in. You don't have to understand it. You don't have to know that it's happening. Just let it happen. Just consciously, as many times a day as you can. Breathe deeply. Breathe into your heart. Think, I'm opening my heart to receive that which is for my highest good. I am surrendering to the workings of myself through myself, my highest self, for my own highest good and joy. I'm surrendering, I'm surrendering, I'm surrendering. Just keep doing that. Okay, anything else? Anything else? That's been essentially this entire reading, this entire experience has been myself saying just open and surrender and let whatever is through. And even if you don't understand it and you don't know how to articulate it, trust that it's for your benefit anyway. There's the High Priestess at the bottom. A lot of times you receive a transmission and you need to let that energy kind of percolate and assimilate within your system, and then days, maybe even weeks later, something will rise into your mind. And it seems like it happened at that moment, but that was the result of the calibration that took place prior to this. Because of that calibration, because of your sitting and allowing yourself to receive this transfusion, this transmission, things are allowed to sort of disperse within you. And then at the moment that it's right, it's like you planted the seed, and at the moment, that seed was planted knowing that it would have the right moment to sprout. It was planted in advance, right? You plant a seed in advance of when you want to bear the fruit of it, pluck the fruit. So that seed was planted. It's planted under the ground. You can't see it, you can't feel it, but you trust that it's there. And all the while it's growing, 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 and you can't see it until that moment where it breaks the surface. Maybe even then you're not aware of it until the moment that it bears fruit. Maybe even then, but that seed was planted way back when. Trust. The timing is right. The timing is perfect for everything. The timing is perfect for this. You're going to keep seeing it. There's that growth. I know it's the Six of Cups. It's about the growth. It's about the thing that was done in the past is paving the way for your current experience, your present experience. That's also what's happening now. But it doesn't have to be something that you understand. The energetic transmissions we're receiving now and that we're asking ourselves to be open to are here to benefit us, to play an important role at what would appear to be a later date. It's actually all the present. There is only right now. But you can think of it sort of as a communication from your future self to your now self, saying just be open to what I have to share with you. I'm giving you this. I'm giving you a direct energetic transmission. It's not going to make sense to you until it's time for it to make sense to you. And then it will. And then it will. Just trust. I'm just asking you to receive it. I'm asking you to trust that we are working together on this, that you have asked for this, and it's time. The time is right now for me to deliver this to you. You have to accept it. You have to say, okay, so that I can plant this seed of myself in myself and it can grow. Just don't think about it. Don't think too hard about it. Don't try to figure it out. That's not important, and it's just going to get in the way. It's just going to clog things up. No, you can't stop it. You can't prevent it. It still all works. Just you make it a lot easier for yourself if you just trust this process is taking place. Trust that the process is taking place, and that at the time, I'm again thinking of this revelation. It's like we're being prepared for a future revelation. The seeds are being planted. Now the way is being cleared. Now for something to just pop through at a later date. Yeah. Something really awesome. Something really deeply liberating and transformative. And there's the Tower as I just cut the deck, and the Ten of Cups. Something beautiful for the dream to come true. I don't know how else to put it. This is a very mysterious, esoteric reading and energy, and I am trusting that I articulated it accurately because it's as well as I could, because the message of this was applying to me as I was performing this, of just trust that what you are receiving is correct. And all you got to do is receive it, is give yourself permission to receive. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to understand it. Stop applying the mind to this. This is not the realm of the mind. Leave the mind out of it. And everything that you thought you knew, leave that behind too. It's not relevant. It's only going to get in the way here. We're being prepared. We are preparing ourselves for something really beautiful to bloom in the near future, at a very near date. It's all going to make sense. It's not supposed to make sense right now. That's part of this. Again, a big part. It's you asking yourself to trust yourself and saying, I'm giving you something. I am giving you a gift that you have asked for. It will unpack itself. It will unfurl when the time is right. At the best possible moment, at the moment that is the most pleasing for you, actually. That's the best possible moment, when it is so ultimately satisfying. That's when it happens. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Just trust. Your only role is to stay open. Keep reminding yourself to be open, to receive, to allow. I'm receiving this transmission of everything that is for me, for my highest good, for my benefit. I'm releasing all else, everything that is excess, everything that's not mine, everything that is not serving me, I'm releasing, and I'm receiving everything that is mine, my perfect portion, and that which is serving me. I'm receiving and I'm surrendering, and when I'm feeling overwhelm of emotion or physical sensation, I'm breathing into it and I'm saying, I trust this process. I trust that this is part of the process. Everything is working for me. I'm returning. I'm centering myself in this place. Again and again and again and again. That's all I've got. I was compelled. I felt compelled to do this, and so I've done this. This has been my participation, I'm sure not the only portion of it, but in just opening to receive something and trusting that it is right. We're building faith. We're building trust. We're building the connection with ourself. Learning to establish a secure and healthy relationship with ourself is what this is, and that means trust building. That's pretty cool. That's all I've got. I do intend and believe that this will resonate. I would love to know if it does. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. None of that stuff really matters, though. What matters is that I did this. I did this for myself. I did this as a part of an exercise of trust, building trust with myself. So thank you. And thank you for your witness. And always, and in all ways, just remember, you are so deeply loved. You are divinely guided and supported. Everything in the universe is working for you. And I love you. Take it easy.